All right, welcome to the Level Up Sports Talk Show. I'm your host, John Knott. Along with me, I got my sports talkers, James, and I've also got Amon with me. So we're gonna kick this thing off. So it was a pretty good weekend for opening college football season weekend this week. So we have first question we got, man, is with the Colorado Buffaloes win versus TCU, which was ranked 17, how good can they be this year? Mon, I'm gonna go to you first.
I think it can be pretty good. They can make a bowl game. I think it'll be pretty good. And I think once it gets to like the whole, not doubting Dion, when it gets to the whole, playoff talk, I'll put my brakes real quick. Not saying they can't, but I wouldn't just assume off top, because he still like has to play better teams. Because let's be honest, TCU. Not saying TCU was trash, but let's be real. Last time I saw TCU, they got mollywopped by Georgia. Like,
Yeah.
they shouldn't even been there, to be honest with you, but it is what it is. And I think it's like they were hyped for that first. First game, be like all hype and stuff. But I guess my question is, I hope that the general public doesn't. People like they win first game, yeah, and they lose like 3 or 4 games straight. Like, that dude trash. He should have stayed at Jackson State. I see why Florida State didn't hire him as head coach. But I mean, I can see him like going at least maybe 8-4. To be honest with you,
8-4, okay.
Yeah, I can see him going 8-4. I don't know what the whole like alignment of Pac, well, not Pac-12. They in the Big Ten, right? In the Big Ten now, Colorado or Big 12.
They're actually in the Mountain West.
Mountain West, okay. Yeah, so I mean, so I don't know like schedule, but I mean, I can see them win at least 8 games. I mean, and at least after one game.
Let me make a correction. They're actually currently still in the Pac-12, but they're gonna go to the Mountain West Conference.
Okay, so they still got to play USC, UCLA, Oregon. They still got to play all. So yeah, I think once the conference, but I can see about 3 or 4 conference games going either way. I think now if they can dominate USC. Oh yeah, the sky's the limit for them. But I can see them going to a bowl game at least. I can see them having like 8-4 record.
All right, 8-4. James, what you got on them?
You know what? I agree with Amon. I was thinking about it, and I'm thinking, well, it's a big win for them. Without a doubt, it's a big win. Coming from the program where they were at last year, and winning a big game like this. And I'm thinking to myself too, yeah, they probably can go to a bowl game. I think there's gonna be a lot of momentum, and the team look like they're gonna be a good team. So I'm thinking. I wasn't even thinking of a record, but now Ahmad, he put a record out there. I would definitely say could go 7-5. I probably say they go 7-5, probably 8-4, but I definitely think they can get a bowl game, and that's gonna be a success story for them nonetheless. So yeah, I can see it.
All right, so this is what they got, left on the schedule, and I'll go over with you guys. So we got Nebraska next week. They got the first home game. I consider that a win. They're playing against Colorado State, which is pretty much played in the stadium for the Broncos. That's pretty much every year. This year they moved it back a couple games. I will consider that a win. But then they got to go to Oregon. So right there, I'm gonna take that as a loss. That's 3-1. They got USC next at home. USC may have a bad defense still, but I'm not going to shut out or say that USC can't win that game. So that'd be 2 losses.
You still get Caleb Williams, though.
And Caleb Williams is the reason why I would say that.
Yeah.
Then they got Arizona State. Yeah, they could beat Arizona State. Stanford, they could beat them. UCLA, that'd be a tough game, and that's at UCLA. I would consider that one a win for UCLA. And then they have Oregon State at home, which is ranked currently right now, and then they end the season out. They got Arizona. Also, I forgot Washington State. They got to go to Washington State. It's a tricky game with that. And then they end the season with Utah. So I'm pretty much like you guys, but I will pretty much because it's the first year, anything can go wrong. Anybody can get injured. If Shedeur Sanders was awesome, in the first game. 500 some yards. That's awesome. I mean, that's
right.
It's Heisman like numbers. So I mean, right now, if you're voting for anybody, I mean, coming out the gate, he's probably got it just off one game. But you got to continue doing that. So I would probably much go with what James said, and that's 7-5 record. All right, so we're going to go to the second question. We're going to start this one with you, James. And this question is in regards to the big matchup this week is going on in Tuscaloosa. And this is going to be between Texas and Alabama. And my question is, will there be an upset in T-Town this weekend?
Man, look, Alabama. The thing is, every year I think I doubt Alabama. And I think the nation doubts Alabama too, because even a lot of the time when it comes to these bowl games, they even doubt. A lot of times they don't even think they're gonna get to the to a Final Four. But yet, the thing is, they always seem to surprise me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna count them out, man. It's not like they got a will to win. Their coaching's been established for some time now, and the players understand the program and what it takes to win. Can they be upset? Yeah, of course they can be. But I think Alabama's gonna win. I feel like Alabama's gonna win, and they're gonna be still on top. I don't know where they're gonna end up in the shuffle at the end. Talking about if they're gonna get to the top 4 or anything like that. I don't know, but Alabama's I believe they're gonna win this game out.
Yeah.
All right, Ma, what you got?
I believe Alabama will win, but I think it'll be close because Sarkisian was Nick Fairley, Nick Saban's OC. So he knows the man. I know it's Nick Saban's when he goes against his assistants, the game is always close. Alabama always, with the exception of Kirby Smart, Alabama always finds a way to win against the former assistants like Lane Kiffin, so many others, man. Jimbo, So, but it'll be a good measuring stick for Texas since Texas will be in the SEC. I think next year. I think next year
next year.
Yeah. So them in Oklahoma, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it'll be a good measuring stick for them, I think. But Alabama had right now Georgia's top dog, so pun intended. So they're the Bulldogs, but they top dogs. So I think everybody really gunning for Georgia. So I can see Alabama flying under the radar and just kind of getting back, to the playoff team, play at least a playoff, and playing against one of them. But do I think Texas can beat them? No. Do I think it's gonna be a blowout? No, it's gonna be close. I can see it going within 7 points. Okay. And seeing Alabama's quarterback is the guy. This is what, 4th year, 3rd year? I don't know.
Alabama? This is his 3rd year.
Yeah, I know he played.
Jalen Milroe, so yeah.
Yeah, he was backing up behind Bryce Young. So so yeah, I can't see Texas beating them. They play in Tuscaloosa? Yeah, they can't beat them. Yeah, it's a wrap.
All right. So I'm gonna go against the grain on this one. I always looked at their schedule, based off what I saw. This is the one time I think that a team could try to come in and beat Alabama. And the reason why I say that is they get a chance to play them early. Now they just played Middle Tennessee State. Middle Tennessee State, no. They're not a worthy opponent to try to even go at them. They beat them 56-7. Now, after that game with Texas and Alabama, you got South Florida, Ole Miss. And by that time, Alabama's kind of worked themselves way into their schedule where they've used to, getting themselves as far as acclimated with the quarterback, new quarterback at that, and some of the new players that's playing on defense. Last year, Texas only lost by 1 point, but they had Bryce Young. This year, they don't have Bryce Young. Jalen Milroe is an exceptional runner. I feel like he's almost in the same situation that Jalen was in early on, and Jalen actually may be a little bit ahead of him as far as passing the ball. But from what I saw in the spring game, and I just see that he's going to have to work his way up the ladder, if you can say that, where he's going to have to get better accuracy-wise. I don't think that he's going to be that guy. And if Texas come out swinging, everybody knows the only way they're going to win, they're going to have to take the ball away from Alabama maybe at least once. Quarterback's going to have to run some. He may not have to run like 100 yards, but he's going to need to get at least about, 30, 40 yards and pick up a few first downs.
It was a trap game.
So yes, I think that's one of those games where, yeah, they can come in town and they can beat them. Hadn't been done.
I know how Texas can lose. Sarkisian get a drink. He started taking a drink at halftime.
You gonna take a shot at him like that? All right. I think he's all right.
I'm just playing, Steve. I'm just playing.
But yeah, that's what I see in this game coming up. I don't think that it's not like it's one of those games where they're just gonna guarantee just blow them out. I don't believe so.
Yeah, it's gonna be wrong.
We'll see. But I do think Texas is a lot better than what they're advertising.
Yeah. I'm not calling for no blowout neither, but definitely not calling for no blowout.
Yeah.
All right.
Just think pull it out.
All right. So on in the NFL, man, we got the NFL kicking off this week, and that's on Thursday night. We got the Lions versus the Chiefs. And the question I got is, who wins this game? Right now we currently don't have the defensive tackle for the Chiefs, Jones. He's out right now. He hasn't had his contract negotiated. They haven't agreed on anything as of right now. So who do you guys got in that game? Is it an easy Chiefs going to win, or will the Lions win that one? Let's go back to you, Ahmad.
I think I'm a shock. I think the Lions can actually win the game because they play on house money. Because nobody really expects them to win. It's like the Lions going against. James already laughing. Because see, he was telling me earlier, we had a mock draft. He like, man, the Lions, he just clowned me for the Lions. But I can see the Lions winning, man. Because, I mean, like, Kadarius Toney's not playing for the Chiefs. I don't know. Travis Kelce is mad because old boy in Minnesota got that contract extension. And he did. I can't think of dude's name because he getting paid way more than Kelce.
TJ Hockenson.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So he might be a little like, screw it. But I can see the Lions winning, man. I can see. I mean, it's first game of the season. I can see it. Go Lions. Shout out to Mink. Go Lions.
All right. Go ahead, James. What you got in the game?
Hey, man, this is gonna be a good game. It's interesting. It's gonna be a game because we talked about Lions last season, how they surge and they look good. The way they end the season, and I believe that they're gonna be a much better team this year than they were last year, and they're gonna be a well improved team. And I'm on the fence because Kansas City, though I always try to count them out. I do. I try to count them out because I don't really want them to be that great, especially when they're in the AFC with my team, with the Jets. And now we got a chance. So I'm hoping Kansas City, rock bottom, so we can be the team, to hope there. I know, right? I know. It's just hopeful thinking. But honestly, I see Kansas City just winning this first game. I don't know why. I just, I feel like they're the defending champs, and they still got a great team. And Patrick Mahomes, he's gonna be on top of his game. He's gonna be 100%. He was, crippled last year, even winning the Super Bowl, limping. Time to recover, get better. And I think we're gonna see the Kansas City Chiefs, up there, shining, and maybe Detroit Lions haven't really got their legs under them yet under these playing these great teams. Perhaps they still gotta adjust and learn how to play these great teams. I don't know, but I'm gonna just say Kansas City's gonna pull out this first year, but definitely expect Detroit to be one of the top teams this year. Just maybe game 2 we might see a victory for them. But yeah.
All right. So this matchup, man, I'm almost I'm basically with Mon on this one. If Jones was actually playing in this game, I would easily go ahead and pick the Chiefs. People don't understand how much of a defensive tackle what he does. He stops the run first and foremost, but then his pass rate is up there. So he's one of the best in that as far as coming up the middle. And everybody knows if you got a defensive tackle that can come up the middle, it's very hard on quarterbacks that are not able to run. And Jared Goff is not getting away from anybody if they're coming straight up the middle. So in this game, he's not out there, and he doesn't have a contract as of right now. We don't have any word right now that he's going to be out there. So I got the Lions. I mean, it was a shootout last year. If I know that he's not going to be a factor out there on the field, man, give me the Lions. I'm sorry. The offense is And that's even without Jameson Williams not even playing. Amon St. Brown is awesome.
I mean, Gibbs, the kid out of
Gibbs, they
Alabama.
got Jameer Gibbs. Is going to be his rookie game.
So yeah.
So I'll take them just because. Now I do expect Chiefs going to play. They're going to play their style of ball. They're going to score points. But I do think that maybe in the shootout, the Lions may get them in the first game of the year.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm with y'all on that. I hope so. But is Mahomes playing?
He is playing.
Yeah, he's playing.
Go Chiefs.
All right. We'll see how that one ends.
And full disclosure, I can't pick the Chiefs anyway because I'm a Raiders fan. So I wasn't gonna pick the Chiefs regardless.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't want them honestly, because I want to be 1-0, Buffalo 0-1, and Chiefs starting 0-1. That looks good for us. Cincinnati be the only one. I have to see what team they playing to see, and hopefully they can start 0-1 too. But I don't know. We'll see.
All right. So question number 4. So last week we had asked about the who will be the offensive rookie of the year. So this week, who do you have as your NFL defensive rookie of the year? James, go back to you.
Man, look, Will Anderson Jr. is favored to win it this year, but I want to try to see if I could go against the grain, but see if it's somebody else maybe that just play a little bit better, and I want to just say maybe Jalen Carter, who's behind them, maybe to be the upset, because sometimes you got those people who just favored because they're gonna be the guy.
And they were high pick.
And last week I went with especially even for the offensive rookie of the year, you go with the people is definitely most favored to win it because you see that talent and you're like they're gonna be the guy. And it's almost like when LeBron James won, even though he didn't deserve it, he still won it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just go ahead and just go under the against that grain. And I'll just say maybe Jalen Carter just might have a solid year, and Will Anderson just underperforms, and maybe he'll get it. But it's a toss up though.
All right, Ma, who you got?
Well, let me see. I'm gonna go against the grain as well, and I will pick Carter, but I'm scared of him driving cars after the game, racing folks. So I can't pick him. I can't pick him. But for real, I think Tyree Wilson from the Raiders, because right before, the Raiders don't really have a defense besides Max Crosby. So he's gonna get a lot of snaps. I know before the show started, me and James were talking about defense, and Wilson was a beast down at Texas Tech. He was big guy, big body, long, fast. So I can see him kind of being like with the cat 49ers who
Nick Bosa.
Yeah, the black dude, he went to Missouri. He was like Alden Smith. Isn't that the guy who got suspended?
Yes.
I can see him being that kind of that type, just kind of like long and kind of strong. So I'm going with Tyree Wilson. I mean, the Raiders need something. They don't really have besides him, Crosby. And if not, I guess honorable mention maybe Witherspoon from Illinois. I think he plays with Seattle. He's a cornerback.
Yeah.
If not, yeah. So I think it'd be one of those two. But I'm going Wilson first, though. So.
All right. So you guys just made it easy for me because I got Will Anderson.
I knew.
And the reason why I say that, is because you got DeMeco Ryans. He's the defense coordinator. Man, the guy's talented. I don't care if it's stopping the run, pass rushing. I'm sure, whatever it is that he has his weaknesses in, they're going to work with him and bring out the best of him. But his first step is what is going to, cause him to get some sacks. If he can get double-digit sacks, I think right there in itself is going to boost him up there. And he's going to definitely have his chances in the AFC South, going against the Titans, going against the Jaguars. He's going to have his hands full going against Jaguars because they do have some pretty good solid tackles. But right. I think against the rest of the ones that he has, I think he will be my number one. So that's who I'm picking for that Rookie of the Year candidate. All right. And we're going to end out on this question. And this is for my man, James. And the question is, do the Jets win the opener at home? versus the Bills.
Man, y'all be stomping me, man. Like, he's some good coming up. Look, I did in my mind originally pick the Bills to win. I want to change that and just say yes. You know, that's I don't know. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be played well. And you know what? I'll switch it up. I thought the Bills. I really believe Bills is gonna win a close game. I'll say the Jets because we got the weapons. You know, like I said, when it's your team, you want to, you doubt a little bit more. You know, but we got a great team, man. I believe we can do it. So yeah, I'll just say Jets, man. But originally my pick was Bills, but I'll flip it. I'll say Jets. I have some confidence. I believe.
Nice.
You know, I believe we're as good as any team there. I believe we're as good. Probably the third best team in the AFC. So behind Kansas City and Cincinnati. I didn't even want to put us behind Buffalo. That's why I say third. You know, so I'll say Jets.
Okay, we got the Jets. What you got, Mark?
I got the Jets too because I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna come out kind of like give a Deion Sanders performance. It's gonna be like everybody gonna be hyped. They're playing in New York. They're like, yeah, A-Rod. But here's the key. I think what's gonna really help the Jets. Nobody really talking about. Aaron Rodgers played in Green Bay for like so many years, so the cold weather will not affect him whatsoever. You know, so his body's used to cold weather. So I think playing in New York, playing against Buffalo, New England, that probably his advantage. And plus, I think Sauce Gardner will probably shut down Diggs. To right now, Diggs is actually upset with how the whole system is being ran in Buffalo. So he's not happy. Josh Allen, kind of like everybody keep on saying, is this a year you're going to like take the next step, get that big contract, going to take the next step. So I really think it's more pressure on Buffalo than the Jets, being honest with you. And, so I believe the Jets going to win. I mean, I don't even think twice. Now, the second game, I don't know. When they play in Buffalo, that's another story. But in New York, yeah, they'll win. There's going to be so much hype behind it. And Aaron Rodgers, people hype about the preseason game against the Giants. So, but a couple of series. So if he plays the whole game, oh, yeah. Jets. Now, the score, I don't know. But it won't be, a blowout. But it'll be a good game, though.
All right. So, yeah, right now, currently in that game, the Bills are favored only by 1.5 points, that's reasonable.
Oh, wow.
It's the AFC East. In regards to what you guys are saying, I mean, a lot of people don't recognize that the coordinator that Aaron Rodgers had, he had him for years. Even though he just got fired from the Broncos.
Exactly.
But, Nathaniel Hackett, he's had him for years, and he done well with him. I think I got a couple of MVPs out of it. So, Von Miller's not playing in that game. He's not going to be out there on the field. It's a few things that is going to be in favor for the Jets. Breece Hall, I don't know how they're going to work Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook, but Dalvin Cook is he's ready, man. He hasn't been used at all. A lot of people are forgetting about him yet. So you got two of those guys. You got Garrett Wilson. The thing that I just believe that's going to happen, Aaron's going to have those certain throws that's just going to be on the money. They're going to be right over the defender's head time and time again in that game. And that's the reason why they got him there. That's the reason why they're paying him. And I think that's why they're going to prevail. And I think they're going to win that first game. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes down. Great show. And till next time, we'll see you guys later on.
All right.